Lesson contents: 1. Designing internet projects and assignments. 2. Computer-mediated communication. 3. Designing web-based assignments.
So designing internet project and assignment. So what does this mean? So this means that the students will analyze an assignment website according to the elements and the design usability. So this also pertains on how we can create a design using the internet. Thus, web designing in project and assignment help basically in making our presentation more creative and appropriate to use. So according to 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐴 in the year 2000, he suggests that in designing the internet project and assignment, there are tips that we must need to consider. One of the following steps that 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐴 is trying to suggest in designing internet project and assignment is that look for resources that are relevant to the discipline and course topic on the web. Yes, because it is the primary step when designing an internet project. We should always look and seek out information resources that are relevant to what discipline are we going to make. Since the internet has become a key resources for student higher education, it made us easier to access the various information which are essential in creating a certain project or assignment. 2. We have find out how tools and resources will help the student to craft new things. We should also need to find out how those tools, equipment, and resources can help the students to draw up a specific output. So as part of selecting appropriate usage of materials, we also want to ensure that the tools and resources may also give students more flexible learning experiences. And then, we have number 3, before designing one or more internet projects, draft the learning goal material to the objective of the course. 4th, make sure that students completely understand how to use the tools they are asked to employ. So, students must have to completely understand how our tools can be used for and to know its different purposes. And the last one, we have outcomes assessment is imperative to detect if the new type of assignment realize their objectives. Outcome assessment must be done so that the student could also identify if they truly met their target objectives. There must be an evaluation on assignment or project afterwards to know the result. Knowing the results allows you to design a plan that will produce more creative, because we cannot hit a target that is unknown. That is why we need to undergo clear and specific processes. Now let's move on to computer-mediated communication, or CMC. So it is defined as any human communication that transpires through the utilization of 2 or more electronic devices. So computer-mediated communication may be synchronous or asynchronous. So the computer-mediated communication, it is an umbrella term that encompasses various forms of human communication through network computers. So this is where the people use computers and networks to communicate with one another, make communication across the great distance and different time zones.
Synchronous, asynchronous.
So synchronous messaging or synchronous communication, this involves the interlocutor that waits for the server to respond to a message. So the message are able to flow in both directions to where it from and where it goes. Synchronous communication, simply put, it is a two-way communication. So example, if the sender sends a message to a receiver and then the receiver also receives the message and send feedback to the sender. So the sender will not send another messages until there is a response from the receiver. We have also advantages in using the tools in synchronous communication. So the first one, we have immediacy and spontaneity of real-time communication. Number 2, ability to brainstorm and receive immediate responses. Number 3, lack of expense if using text-based conferencing. So the main advantage of synchronous communication is that it enables immediate reaction between the sender and the receiver. So asynchronous communication, it is any type of communication wherein one person can provide the information and there is also a time lag before the recipients can receive the responses. If asynchronous messaging is a live person-to-person communication, asynchronous messaging or communication does not require the parties to be present and speaking at the same time. So, one of the key benefits of asynchronous messaging is that it allows the senders and the receivers to be decoupled. So, when we say decoupled, meaning they do not have to be running in the same process or even on the same time. So, this allows the messages to be sent between process, machine, via internet, and even organization.
Advantages of using the tool. 1. Independence of specific time and place requirements. 2. Ease of student-teacher and student-student communication. 3. Promotion of thoughtful discussions. 4. Facilitation of students' collaborative projects. 5. Online submission of assignments. 6. File sharing.
Now let's move on to web design. So what is web design?
Web design refers to design of websites that are displayed on the internet. It usually refers to the user experience aspects of website development rather than software development.
Web design, it is the process of planning, conceptualizing, and arranging the content online. So it also encompasses many different skills and disciplines in production and maintenance of the website. So it focuses on the aesthetic factor like layout, user interface, and of course graphic design. So now let's move on to designing web-based assignment. So according to 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐡𝐧𝐨 in the year 2000, he outlines some of the truly ways of designing a web-based assignment. So number 1, he states that finding and evaluating information on the web. So searching for information on the web is an important skill to learn. Yes, because it is necessary that the students must train deliberately how to look for and check the veracity or the credibility of the information they download from the web. So the second one, we have using the web as a research tool for critical essays. So students also need to learn how to cite the web sources and how to integrate them effectively with print sources. And the third one we have is applying analytical frameworks from the course to analyze or to critique the internet itself. So this uses the internet as a field for critical analysis rather than as an information tool. So this type of assignment can effectively integrate the classroom and the internet. And the fourth one we have using student web publishing as an assessment device. So the web publishing can be an enticing incentive for students. First, it produces high quality work. Second, it learns the importance of paying attention to details. Third, it learns to direct their work to a particular audience. And the last one, it develops writing skills. And the last outline, which 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐡𝐧𝐨 stated in designing web-based assignment is that using online databases or resources site. So the internet is a vast reservoir of primary materials that are organized and interpreted data, archival materials, case studies, and statistics, among others.
Web development.
So web development. So web development is the building and maintenance of the website. It is the work that happens behind the scene to make a website looks great. it also works fast and perform well with a seamless user experience. So web development or web developers are also called as devs do this by using a variety of coding languages. So now I have a question here. So what is the difference between web design and web development? We can find in the picture the graphic designer or the web designer and the web developer. So let us know their differences. So when we talk about web designer, these are the people or they are graphic artists who are responsible for designing the usability and the layout and of course the visual appearance of the website. So commonly, they are just the one who add the graphics, layout, and interface and the website. On the other hand, the web developer, they are also someone who builds and maintains the core structure of a website. So core structure meaning they develop what is inside in the website or the internal part. So the developers are use their programming knowledge to breathe life into the designer creative vision. So that is their differences. There are also additional tips in outlining design web assignments. So the first one is provide an online syllabus. So this involves adding colors, graphics, and hyperlink structure to make the syllabus more appealing and attractive. Second, provide supplementary links. So linking to resources available online which augment that students already have. Third, provide online course resources. So the use of hypertext will benefit the student as well. Hypertext, this means these are the texts which contains link to other texts. The last additional tips we have is provide interaction exercise and or tests. So this involves designing web pages that are interactive. Commonly, the example of these are online quizzes, online simulation, and etc. So it is familiar to us, or might be that some of the teachers are using different media platform to have their quizzes, and one of the best example in making quizzes through online is the quizzes.com and the 𝐓𝐞𝐜𝐡𝐧𝐨𝐥𝐶.
To end my discussion, I just wanted to leave this quotation. Technology is a useful servant, but a dangerous master.